University is my favorite part.
I must say, professors here are highly qualified in the campus.
They have much more on-hand experience in the market. They were giving real-time experiences and examples and good future advice.
Curtin campus is something I found very interesting. It's a brilliant campus for all the students with all the culture. Like, I find everyone over there. Like, any culture you go, you have there. And it's a brilliant campus for all the students to explore.
When it comes to other kind of pedagogies, somewhere students' involvement gets less, whereas your students are into learning something. That makes the difference, and that is the biggest, appreciating thing about Curtin's pedagogy.
I will surely come here for my further studies. Yep.
I'm looking forward to study in the campus as it's going to be a great experience for me.
Feels like change is never going to come. Like it's some distant, faraway place. I say that when enough of us believe real change is possible, it's already begun.
Patients are being treated from thousands of kilometres away.
DNA is being extracted from our ocean to protect threatened coral ecosystems.
Satellites are being launched that you can hold in the palm of your hand. In a world seeking equality, we're using research to help close the gender gap and provide greater opportunities for all.
John Curtin believed that true change begins with education. So if you're ready for change, we're ready for you. Join us. Change is here. Curtin University.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. We have scheduled a student starter support session for all our students who are going to start online studies with us this year for semester 1 2021. I've been joined by my colleagues at Curtin, and I'll introduce you to them as we go through the schedule or the session today. And we've got two of our students as well who are going to talk a bit about the experience. And one of them has started with us for online studies last year, and the other kid, he has completed his studies with us. So we're going to introduce you to them as well. I would request for you to possibly keep yourself muted during the session. We will have
Cheryl, you've gone on mute. Cheryl. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Did I start off on mute? Okay. No. Okay. All right. So just again, just refreshing and going back. So we'd like to welcome you for this session, and we would encourage for you to put up your questions on chat. If you're shy enough to probably go live at the end of the session, we would have a Q&A session at the end of our event or this session today. We will go through a brief of a presentation that my colleague Deepthi will be taking you through. And that's a bit about, the enrollment process, what to expect. This is actually a pre-orientation that we're doing for our students who are going to join us from different regions of South Asia. And we have the orientation week, of course, that's coming up end of this month, which we would definitely encourage for each one of you to attend. It gives you a good starter and heads up on even meeting with your faculties, your mentors, etc. We'll talk more about that in detail. I'll just quickly introduce the team that's here today from Curtin. We've got Deepthi, my colleague. We've got Pavan. We're based in India. There's Darryl from the faculty of Humanities. We've got Lisette. She's from the faculty of the business school, Curtin Business School. We've been joined by Steph Robertson as well. She's from our faculty of Health Sciences. And they'll all be talking just a bit about each faculty and briefing you and giving you some important points to take away as well. We'll go through the session and I'll introduce them again when we go through it. Right now, I've got Deepthi, who's going to talk a bit and present a little bit about what to expect. Again, if you have questions through the session, we'd encourage for you to put it up on chat. We'll definitely pick it up from there. And at the end of the session, we'll have a live, Q&A session for you as well. Thank you so much. I'll hand it over to Deepthi now.
Thank you so much, Cheryl, and hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing good and staying safe. Starting with that, a very warm welcome to all of you to be a part of Curtin University, as you are going to start with us very soon. And many congratulations on being offered a place to study at Curtin University. We do look forward to welcoming you very soon. Just a quick overview on what you need to be ready with. And I know some of you have accepted your offer and some are in process. So you need to accept your offer. You should get the enrollment of an electronic confirmation of enrollment. You should be ready with your health cover, after which you have to activate your student account, enroll into units and plan your own timetable. You will be downloading some important applications, which I'll talk in the later slides, after which you will be ready to just come to Curtin when the borders open. What you need to do now is activate your Oasis account and get started. So what is Oasis account? I think there will be a lot of questions like this. So it is an online access to student information system. Oasis is a secure portal to access online services provided to Curtin students. So just to be updated on what's happening and anything that you need to have an answer on, just log into your Oasis account, but you need to activate it at first. So you can see below that you need to activate your account, after which you can get started. You will be able to see everything like which course you've applied for. You need to enroll into units as well, before which you need to complete a survey. It is known as a 2021 enrollment survey. And because you are located outside of Australia, and the Curtin Connect team will be completing your semester 1 2021 enrollment on your behalf. This will ensure that your units can be started remotely and that your enrollment complies with the new government guidelines. And I think it is something that you can just go and complete a survey in just a few minutes. There will be questions like you need to know on anything, you have some issues, you are facing some help, or you need something on. So just go on the OSS account and you can ask us any question. You can go on the need help button as well. You can see on the top and just click on what type of issues you're facing related to enrollment or whatever help you can just get through there. We do have a lot of options like contact online. You can be in touch with us, just lodge a request, or phone or drop-in request as well. You can be in touch with us via call or book a virtual appointment as well. So it depends on what type of query you have, and you can be in connection with us at any time from anywhere you are located. You can also ask a question, and if you have any other issues related to what I'm going to do after I start my studies or anything, support or whatever you require, you can be in touch with us and submit a question. As you can see a sample that you need to enter your student ID, your name, email ID, and you can just submit your question to get that answered as soon as we can. And then you will be connected to the OSS account, and it is something very important you need to access weekly. So it's just preferably more, but you need to access your OSS account at least weekly so that you can get access to the official communications like what's happening on campus or the communication center you can take it as. So it's a very important thing that you connect and access your OSS account at least weekly so that you're always connected on what's happening. We do have a Blackboard facility available, and it is a learning management system. I can say an online classroom for you guys so that you can get access to the learning materials for your units. You can participate in discussions with your classmates and the unit coordinator. You can submit assignments and complete your online assessments. And just to take you through on how you can access it, there's just a quick video on the same.
Hi there, I'm Ali from Curtin Connect. Orientation can be a busy time of year with lots of information to take in, so I'm here to help you navigate it. Let's go check out Blackboard Collaborate. Blackboard Collaborate is your online classroom. You can participate in tutorials, labs, and workshops from your own home. To join a tutorial session, head over to Blackboard. Click on Collaborate Ultra in the left-hand side navigation menu, or under your relevant tutorial group, which is at the bottom of your Blackboard menu, and then select Collaborate. Your session will appear here as a group room, and you can join the virtual tutorial by clicking on the Join Room button. This will take you into your virtual classroom, where your tutor and classmates are. You'll need access to a computer with an internet connection, working camera, and microphone, so you can speak and interact with your tutor and classmates during your Collaborate session. You can use the chat function if you don't have access to these, or if you've had to mute yourself while you eat your snacks. In some tutorials, you may be asked to give presentations through Collaborate. To upload your presentation slides to present to the class, open the collaboration panel and click Share Content. When the class finishes, you can exit the room by opening the session menu and clicking Leave Session. You can also participate in a Collaborate session on a mobile device by downloading the Blackboard app from the App Store. To find out more about Blackboard Collaborate, head on over to this website. Enjoy your online tutorials and good luck with your studies.
So again, as I said, I'll be just introducing you to one application, which is LC, and it is your mobile study companion, giving you access to planner, unit contacts, upcoming assessments, campus map, walking and accessible routes, what you can see online, and official communications, as well as library, and so much more that is happening on campus. You can just log in, just download the application, and you can access to all the things on your mobile phone. Also, you can connect with us via social media. You can connect with at Curtin University. Make sure that you add hashtag Curtin Life to your photos of birth and connect with New to Curtin on Facebook. We do have clubs and programs, and Curtin has clubs from academic topics, special interest, religious, and even international clubs. So be in connection with us to know more on what's happening and be updated. And then where the borders are open, you should have a valid student visa. You should have booked your accommodation and have confirmed flights. And I think after which you'll just be welcomed to an amazing, welcoming Australian culture. And just to know on what's happening, how the orientation week is going to be, and it's a must attend, as Cheryl said in the beginning, that the orientation week is starting from the 22nd of February, goes up to 26th of February. It is something very important for all the students to be connected and see how it's going to be, what are the faculties like, and just be connected before you start your classes. So thank you so much, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Over to you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Deepti. I will now, the next part of our session, we'll have our faculty staff who present here with us, and they'd be talking a bit about, just a bit about each of their faculties. And obviously, just take away key points that you could probably look out for. So we've got my colleagues here, Darryl, Lisette, and Steph. And I'll hand this the next part of the session to them to kind of go through with you. Again, any questions from our students, please put it up on chat. We will start answering them. And of course, you've got the live Q&A at the end of the session.
Okay, who of us wants to go first? I guess it's me. I jumped in too quickly. Hi, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Hello, everyone. I guess I volunteered myself. My name is Darryl Tynen. I am the International Recruitment Consultant in the Faculty of Humanities. I'm not sure if anyone is a member of my Humanities Hangout WhatsApp group, but if you want to join, I'll be sending an email out again soon with a link. So you're welcome to join that and meet up with other students who have an offer to start in 2021 in the Faculty of Humanities, have any chats. We're sharing little details about ourselves and things that we're interested in that relate to humanities. The Faculty of Humanities, one of 4 different faculties, and we'll each talk about them in turn, is really focused on those, obviously as the word suggests, those areas that relate to being human. It's the School of Education in relation to teaching others and learning how to make the world a better place by passing on knowledge, information, and understanding. It's the School of Design and the Built Environment, which is very much about how we live in the world, seeing whether or not we can make that better, make improvements, make it more innovative. There's been a lot of change in the last year, a lot more people going online, and a lot of our home spaces have also become our office spaces or our study spaces. So understanding how we interact with the world and how to make that easier and better and less stressful for everyone, improving the world in many ways. Then there's the School of Media, Creative Arts and Social Inquiry, forgive me. Media, Creative Arts and Social Inquiry, which is about understanding how the world is or creating new ideas to present to the world through artistic means, or cataloging and making a record of the world through things like journalism and media. All of these schools have a similar philosophy in that we teach from first principles. We teach through experiential learning. It's about building up your skills, building up your knowledge, building up your understanding of theory, applying those things to issues and situations in real world environments, through problem solving, and then understanding all of those concepts at a much deeper level through critical reflection. It's a lot of project-based work. It's a lot of utilizing briefs or understandings that are in the real world in order to be able to become a more proficient practitioner. All of our lecturers are teacher practitioners, so they have many years of experience in the world. Many people think that humanities and these kinds of topics are not very practical. It's actually the opposite. They're incredibly
Hi, Darryl. Sorry to interrupt you. I think you are on mute.
I am not on
mute. You're not able to
hear me?
I can hear you fine, Darryl.
Yes, we can.
No,
okay.
We can.
Okay, I'm about to finish up. Sorry, Rowan, hopefully you'll be able to hear me. They were very practical, and a lot of our lecturers are very much practitioners. So it's very much about learning the skills that you can take out into industry, take out into your career, but also about understanding our place in the world, understanding ourselves from a greater perspective. So you're bringing all of those things together in order to be able to go forward through your lives with lifelong learning and a really successful career. If you have any particular questions about your courses or anything like that, please let me know. I'll be happy to help.
I might go next. Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. I am Steph Robertson. I come from the Faculty of Health Sciences. Just to let you know a little bit about us as well. The Faculty of Health Sciences is one of the largest and most comprehensive faculties in Australia. We actually educate the most health professionals in Western Australia in addition to that. And the reason we're the most comprehensive is we have so many different courses as part of our faculty. They all sit under 4 schools. So that's the School of Allied Health, the School of Nursing, the School of Population Health, and the Curtin Medical School, which includes some programs like pharmaceutical sciences, biomedical sciences as well. The majority of our courses are nationally accredited, internationally recognised, and include clinical or practical placements as part of the programs to ensure you are set up with strong industry links within the sector as soon as you start your degree with us. We also offer a number of free support services to assist you. That's not just English support, because we do recognise that even though you might be well versed or accomplished with English, you might not be comfortable with health English or medical terms. But we also offer support in academic areas like essay writing, clinical communication skills, and those kind of areas as well. And you can also enroll in those online. So that's something special that I would really encourage you to enroll in this semester if you have the opportunity to. That's it from me. I might pass it to Lisette.
Yeah, thank you, Steph. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining the session today. My name is Lisette Ceron, and I'm working in the Faculty of Business and Law. So if you're coming to study with us any degree in our faculty, welcome to you, and thank you for choosing our business degrees. So our faculty is divided by 3 different schools. So we have the School of Law, and we have the School of Management and Marketing, and we also have the School of Economics, Accounting, and Economic and Accounting. Yeah, so they recently merged, so that's why we only have 1 school then. And we also are really well known as the Curtin Business School. So our Curtin Business School is a triple accredited business school. So we hold the AA CSB accreditation, which is the American accreditation. And we do also have EQUAS accreditation, which is the European accreditation for business schools. And our MBA program is accredited as well by EFMD, which makes us a triple accredited business school. This places us in the 1% of business schools around the world. And we are the only WA business school with these 3 accreditation. So it's something that we are really proud of, and that will give you an extra advantage in your degree when you study with us. So similar to health, we are the biggest faculty with business students in WA. So we have around 51, 52% of the market. So that means that students that decide to study business, they come to us first. And the reason of that is because we are very practical, and we are really well connected with industry. So all our degrees really will give our students really real opportunities to engage with the networking that we offer to them. So when you came to the business school, you have a fantastic team that is there to support you. So we have our student engagement team that will help you with all the academic stuff that you require. Also, if you want to do some internships and some exchange programs, they are there to help you. You can start connecting with the team and with other students in the business school. On Facebook, you can search for CBS Chat. CBS Chat, you can get there and connect with them, and you will be able to see all the activities, but they do with online students, and you will have the same opportunities as the students that we have here in Perth. So yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to connect. So as well as my colleagues, happy to answer any question that you may have about our degrees. And yeah, back to you, Cheryl. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lisette and Darryl and Steph as well, for that bit of important information for each faculty that our students are going to join. We have 2 students with us, like I mentioned at the beginning of this session. We've got Ayusha here with us and Sukhachej. Both of them, I'll introduce them a bit and then let them speak a bit about their student journey and experience with us. Ayusha has started studying with us. She's an international student from India, from Mumbai, and she graduated with an IB diploma and is pursuing currently BBA at Curtin University. She started studying online with us in July 2020, and she will be sharing a bit about her experience of having started online studies with us at Curtin. And of course, she's looking forward to flying down to Australia and continuing her studies on campus. I'm going to let her, kind of share a bit about her student experience and journey. So I think a lot of students, or most of you, are going to resonate for the ones who are going to start semester 1 this year. The other student we have here with us, Sukhachej, he's one of our star kids at Curtin. He graduated high school in 2017 in India and started studying BBA here, and then continued into a Bachelor's of Science, Exercise and Sports Sciences with Curtin University. He has recently graduated, and actually the graduation ceremony is, I think, around the corner, the end of the month. And he has also applied to continue his studies further. He'll be pursuing the Master of Management with Curtin Business School. He's also going to talk a bit about his experience of having, studied one program with Curtin, and obviously now he's going into a second degree that he's going to pursue with us. And from the perspective of a student who's onshore at Perth currently. I'll hand off both Ayusha and Sukhachej. You can take your time and talk a bit about your experience and share how your student journey has been so far.
So hi, this is Ayusha and I'm 18 and I'm based in my home country, that is India. And like Ms. Cheryl said, that I've been studying online. So when I had to make a decision of either taking a gap year, like most of my friends did, or choosing to study online, I was actually very scared that I would lose focus because online learning doesn't quite fit with the conventional education system that I've grown up with. But when I say this today, that I'm so comfortable working on the online platform, maybe Oasis or Blackboard, it's with the help of the staff and my professors at the university, because I have been doing everything independently, right from my applications to everything, even for my visa. And one thing that I know is the more I talk, the more questions I ask everybody, it's going to help me in just getting to my goal faster and in an easier way, because everybody out there is just to help you. So personally, I struggled a lot initially because my enrollment was delayed, because of which I couldn't attend the orientation week for my semester. And I didn't know how things work, because for the 1 year that I was studying online, I had to work with my computer and I didn't know how exactly do I get to the portal, do I enroll, how do I do it? I had no idea. For which I have been continuously writing emails to even Miss Cheryl, and I have called her so many times, but they're all so open. And I'm glad that I chose Curtin because they're extremely student friendly. I have asked the silliest of doubts via emails or even during lectures, and everything has been answered so briefly that I haven't faced any issues. And coming to the actual aspect of learning, I have made sure, like I've put an unconscious effort to engage and interact during classes in all the possible active discussions and debates that happen, which is why it has helped me make the best out of it, like whatever I have on my plate. And I think that's the best way that I can get through online learning before I can actually go down to Perth next semester, hopefully. So I think that's it from my end. Thank you for having me over.
Thanks, Ayusha. That was sweet and very kind of you to talk about the support that Curtin provides. And also, we're glad that you're enjoying, your bit of studies that you've started. And we also hope that you will, continue and transition onshore. So thanks a lot for that bit. I'd ask Sukhachej if you're there to kind of do your bit, and if you would like to start with sharing your story.
Hi, yeah. Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah. So I'll just start off with when I first came here, because I started doing my BBA in India already, and I was playing cricket at the time, and I decided that because I moved to Perth in 2017 for a little bit, and I saw the campus on Curtin and everything. I really liked it. So I made a few friends at uni, and I decided to enroll in exercise science in Curtin. And once I did that, I'll be honest, it is nothing like studying back home. It's so much better because everything here is just, there's so much more practical experience that you learn. And it's like, if you learn something in the lectures the same week, later on in that week, you go out and you actually apply whatever concepts that you're learning and everything. The staff's really friendly. The students are very friendly. Within like the first couple of weeks, I'd made like heaps of friends at Curtin and everything. And we just sit down, study, because before coming here, like obviously it's a new country, like you don't know anyone here. So you're obviously thinking like, oh, I don't know, like, will I be able to, like, you know, make new friends and everything? But it's just been such a positive journey because everyone here has just been super friendly and, you know, very welcoming. And in terms of Perth as a city, like, in my opinion, it's the ideal city to live in. It's not too big and it's not too small. Like, you've got the city that's like pretty central, and campus is like relatively close to the city. It's like a 15-minute drive if you're driving, and the public transport and everything's pretty good. And in terms of just the things to do in Perth, there's so much you can do. There's like a lot of places you can travel, like in Western Australia as well. And within the Perth city, there's like heaps of things to do. You can go out, the nightlife's pretty good, and there's a lot of things like axe throwing or whatever. So like, you never get bored. There's heaps of things you can do. And in terms of the study load, I personally found that in my first semester, that the sooner you start on your assignments and the sooner you start, you know, your lectures and everything, the better it is. It's very, very hard to cramp up everything in the last few weeks, because that's something that I was used to doing early on. But if you do that, if you have good time management skills, I think you'll cruise through. Like, it's pretty easy. It's not too hectic. If you just listen to your lecturers, like ask them questions, everyone's pretty open to any kind of questions that you have. And what my course offers is in our final year, we get a practical placement. So it's like an internship. And I did 3. So I did a telehealth program, and I did an internship at a commercial gym called Banak, and WACA, which is Western Australia Cricket Association. And this is basically like a platform that you get where, as a student, your job is, one, to get as much knowledge as you can from like the people who've been working in a professional environment for a long time. And second, which is arguably more important, is networking. Like, make as many business connections as you can, or like speak to people that you meet at these practical placements, because these are the people who can later on help you in your recommendations when you apply for jobs, or when you apply for a further course in whatever university you want to go into. So I think that's really important. In terms of my personal job opportunities, I was playing a lot of cricket. So in just my first year, what I started doing was everything that I learned from uni, because it was all like exercise science and sport based, I would try and implement that in my game. And my coaches and everyone saw that, and they saw that my game really improved. So they offered me a job with them to start coaching. And within a few weeks, they were like pretty impressed with what I was doing and everything. So they bumped me up, and I soon started training other coaches as well on what to do, how to set plans and everything. And looking back, it's been 3 years since I've been working with them. I already have a full-time job, and I didn't need to apply for anything else. So that really, really worked out very well for me. And yeah, I think, in terms of just working with the people over there, it kind of changed my perspective a little bit as well, because I thought I wanted to go into exercise science. But once I started working with them for a long time, I realized, oh, you know, working into management or supervising is a very, very important skill that you need to have. And if I want to grow into this business, like, that's the direction that I want to go into. which is why I've now decided to do my master's in management at Curtin as well. Yep, Cheryl, that's pretty much it from me.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that, for sharing your student experience and student journey so far, and which has been splendid. And we are hoping that you'll be able to inspire and mentor, more of our students that come in as well. So we'll actually keep asking you for, that kind of support as well. Thank you so much. If anyone else has anything to add, my colleagues at Curtin, you can definitely use this platform to, if there's anything else that you'd like to add. We're going to go through the Q&As now, and whatever could be answered on chat, we're doing that. The rest, if anyone wants to go live, if you want to ask, you can absolutely unmute yourself and ask a question. You can even put your video on, and we're happy to take in as many questions while we can for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks, Cheryl. So I'll be reading out the questions which has come up in the chat box. Most of them has been answered by our IRCs. So I'll not repeat those questions which are specific to their course, but for the benefit of the students who will be listening to or viewing this video later when we float it to them. So I'll repeat a few questions so that it will benefit them. So the first question on the board was is it mandatory to attend orientation week? So any one of our IRCs or Cheryl, you can answer that.
I'll answer that. It's not mandatory for most sessions, but we really do recommend that you do attend those sessions so that you're, I guess, comfortable and ready and prepared for classes to commence the next week. There's a lot of information around what to expect from your course, what you should have ready to provide for your first class. That's really important for you to know before you start classes. So I would really recommend you attend orientation. It's all going to be online, so you will have access to it.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to add. I just want to add to that everything what Steph said, and also you will actually see your course coordinator. You'll get to meet people who are important to your course, and they'll help you find those resources that you're going to need. So it's incredibly useful. And then if you don't have the information later, it'll be, well, it was in orientation.
Yeah. All right. And the next most popular question that has come up in the chat box is about the borders reopening. So if anyone would comment on that, everyone were asking, when will the borders reopen?
Okay, so the borders are set by the Australian government. Unfortunately, the universities don't get a say in when those borders do open up. I would love to say that we could bring you all in as soon as we can, but this is really set out by the Australian government. So it's important that when you're looking for information, you get the information from the government websites. I know that some of the media might promote different things or be stating different things, but we will contact you as soon as the borders are open and we can get you on shore. We will be in touch with you. Otherwise, just keep checking the government website. But as soon as we hear information, you will hear from us as well.
Sorry, Steph, I'm going to add to that as well. I've had a lot of questions about this, and often I've had links sent to me from media, and it's misleading information, and there are certain media outlets that are very misleading. If I'm going to recommend any media outlet to anyone, and I don't know if this is agreed upon, but I generally find that ABC Australia is actually a pretty good media outlet in terms of the way that they present information. They don't oversell it. They don't say this is absolutely happening or this is absolutely not happening. They kind of give you the facts a bit more. So if you are looking at Australian media or Australian news to find out what's going on, the abc.net.au is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm also gonna type the Home Affairs website, especially for international students. So you can click over there and you will find all the news, all the special information, immigration, it's put in over there for student visas, everything related to visa applications, as well all the graduate visa information and everything that questions that you want, and everything what it has been released for them is over there. So you can just check over there. It's in the chat.
Thank you so much. And then there's a question that has come up from Rahul Patel. He asked what what do I do if I want to change an agent before the acceptance of offer? That's I can answer. So you'll have to send in your request through your new agent that you want to change the agent. We'll float a form and you'll have to sign it, and with a valid reason you'll have to come up, and we'll take a day's time to respond to you that you can change your agent, and then you can proceed for the remaining process through your new agent. Okay. And then there's a questions related to the enrollment. So there are queries like how do we enroll? Someone wanted to ask live about this itself. So before that, if any one of you want to comprehensively comment upon this, so that we can take that question later. Enrollment process.
The enrollment process, so if you have been admitted to the course, you should have received a survey from Student Services asking where you're located. Now, if you, once you responded to that survey and they received the response that you're outside of Australia, they will actually do the enrolment for you based on what's permitted for you to be enrolled in as a student that's outside of Australia. From there, depending on the units, you might need to class register, but for fully online units, you don't need to class register because it's fully online. So there's no class that you need to be registered into. I hope that makes sense. If you do have questions, though, you can always respond back to that survey link for more information, because the Student Services team will respond to your email when they can.
Fine.
I don't know if the others want to add anything else in.
No, pretty much that's how the university is doing, and it's as well to help the students and not make it so confusing for you. It's more because it's easier as well for the university to divide the students that are online and the students that are based in Perth, so you will have a better service and everything can be tailored to online studies.
Yep, agreed.
All right. So, if any students want to know more information about this, you can unmute to get your query answered. Because today morning itself, I've got few calls saying that you haven't got any response on your enrolled units. So, if anyone wants to ask specifically about this, you can just unmute yourself and ask about the enrollment process.
Sorry, if you haven't received the email from Student Services just yet, just give it a little time, because they are rolling the email every week. So probably you have you had been admitted very recently, so they will take up to 1 week to send you the email to start your enrollment process. So
Lisette, is it every Wednesday a student gets communication?
Yes, every Wednesday they are sending the emails through. So yep.
Okay, great. And then there's a question on when and how do we apply for student accommodation when the borders are closed? We're not sure when will that open. So how to go about booking a student accommodation?
I wouldn't book a student accommodation until you know that you can travel to Australia. So until that point, I would hold off booking any accommodation, because we don't want you to lose any deposits or anything by doing so. So please just hold off until there's news that the borders will be opening. We will reach out to you and work with you to determine when the best time is for you to arrive on shore. And from there, you'll know whether to apply and when to apply for accommodation.
Fine.
Yeah. So you will have some warning.
Anything else someone wants to add on this? Okay. So
No,
then
that's comprehensive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Harsha, please go on.
Offer, but I haven't received COE from the university side.
Can I answer that? So Harsh, it has just got through today. You've got an approval, so you can stay in touch with Gayatri. And the acceptance when your acceptance documents are sent through, which we've received, and the tuition fee payment, your COEs will be issued. So stay in touch with Gayatri. It's gone through with this morning.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I have a quick question. May I go ahead?
Yeah, please, Anshu.
Yeah, thank you so much for the session that you guys had today. It was really helpful to understand and get started with uni. My question is regarding the specializations. So I've been, so to give you a bit of context, I'm enrolled into Masters of Project Management. So I've done the survey, which was advised to me. And now what happened today was I got a mail from, I don't recall the name, I think Samuel Chen, I think. He told me that what is your what is the specialization that you're looking forward to? But when I went ahead and go to this course handbook, there were only mentions about pick electives, the value of 25. Now, where should I go and look at the specializations that are on offer and what units I can pick for my course? If you could help me.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't normally answer this in such a forum, and I'd want to talk to you individually, but I know that there's probably a few project management students in here. So if everyone will bear with me just for a moment, I want to follow up with you, Anshul, afterwards individually, because I think it'll be the best way to go. Within project management, you can do a research focus or you can do a coursework focus. And with either of those, you get the option of doing 3 electives, and those electives, so I'm not exactly sure what you mean by the specialization, which one that is, but the 3 electives also allows anyone in project management to take units in any other part of the university as long as you have the prerequisites in order to be able to focus in a particular area so that you're applying your project management skills to that particular area. That's usually related to what your undergraduate degree was in relation to, whether it's engineering or health or business or anything like that. To get into much more detail than that, I want to take this offline because otherwise we're taking up everyone else's time. So I will make sure that my email address is in the chat box here, and I want you to contact me and then we can go from there, okay?
Sure. All right.
Thanks.
Then Sanchita Mahajan says, I had a question regarding my student ID card. I got an email regarding it that I need to apply for a student ID card at the earliest, but they are asking my address. Since I'm offshore, how will I be able to apply for it? Student is asking for an ID card. So
yeah, they can apply for their ID card. I believe that there's an email that's gone out to students that has a number of options, and one of them is to apply for your ID card. So within that email, you can click on that link and go into the process of applying for it. Steph, you're nodding. Is that through Oasis?
Yeah, it is. I think they definitely are sending them overseas because I know of a couple students in Malaysia that received theirs recently. I think it's important that you do get a student ID card because if you have exams that are online, you actually need to show that as part of the exam. What's the net term for when they were invigilating?
Invigilation. Yeah.
Invigilation.
Invigilation.
As part of that process, you may need to show the student ID card as part of the exam. So it is important you have one.
Yeah. And Payal Ketia wants to know, like, how about the study material, the course material? Will it be provided in the books format? So how will it be specific to your own faculties? Could you please enlighten on that?
Yeah, for most courses within when you get your unit and you're able to get onto the system, you'll be able to get into that Blackboard system that was mentioned earlier in the presentation. And within Blackboard is access to all of the different resources that you are going to need as part of your studies. There's a discussion board, there's information on all of your different courses, and there's also unit outlines will be published on there much closer to the course start date, most likely, and it'll have contact details of all of your lecturers and your course coordinators, as well as all of the details of your course, including information on ensuring honesty within your work, as well as what's going to be happening each week, what your outcomes will be, what your assessments will be. All of that will be in that course guide, and that will be on that Blackboard system.
Great. And then there's a question on starter support scholarship. So student wants to know, like, how would she get, in which format? So will that be deposited back to the student's account, or student has to send a separate application on that?
Yeah, there's a requirement that international students must pay a full fee for the first semester. And so any scholarships that international students are able to get, we aren't able to apply them into the first semester. What that means is your second semester, the second semester that you take will be credited for any scholarships that you get. And that includes that starter support scholarship, access to support scholarship, or any other scholarships that students get. Everything is applied as a credit into that into those second semester fees.
Right. And I think that's about it in the chat box. So Daivat wants to unmute and ask a question. Please go ahead, Daivat.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Yeah, hi.
So, hi. And my question is, my course is MCOM with Information Systems in Technology, and I just recently got my visa also. So I just
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I just want to know that if there is a specific branch-related groups where I can contact the previous students and the faculties, so it would be more, just great to keep in touch with everyone.
Yeah, so congratulations on your visa and thank you for choosing our faculty. The program is really has been reviewed and the new structure will begin this year. So you will have a completely new information systems and technology master program that will give you opportunity to pick a major, like to specialize in different options. So it will give you more options actually. So it's really, really good. There is a club that the students in information systems and technology, they join and they share information and events related to the discipline that they want to. So you can actually get in touch with them just by contacting them. I know that some of the clubs have accepted the students that are currently online. So this is a great opportunity for you to mix with the students. To join the club, you just need to go to the guild, which is the student society, is the student, how we call the guild. So the student is pretty much a student house in the university. All the clubs are there, all the extra support that the student require are there, and the guild actually works to support the students with everything that they need. So all the clubs are registered with the guild. So you just can go online to the guild and find the clubs, and you will find all the contact details of the clubs. Also, you can get in touch with the CBS chat on Facebook, which is the students in the Faculty of Business and Law, and you can get in touch, and over there they will actually chat with you and will give you extra tips. Maybe you just can say that you would like to meet with students from a specific discipline, and they may talk to you, and yeah, that's probably the best way to go. And also there is, there maybe for all the students, this is helpful. In Curtin, there is a Curtin online students page as well that you can get, and you just can chat between all online students.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Daivat. Krishna, you can unmute yourself and speak now.
Hi, Pavan, thank you. So sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to ask about, after I have finished my enrollment, I've actually enrolled into the core 4 units for semester 1 for the Bachelor of Commerce. And I do have my visa, and I have actually already booked my accommodation, which I think is something I'll have to sort out later. But I did want to know about setting up a timetable for my classes for these 4 units that I've enrolled in for the Bachelor of Commerce, because when I do check out that page and try to set a timetable, my units actually do not show, but they have been confirmed. So I'm a little bit confused in terms of how to set up my timetable and how to commence my education online.
Yeah, so as far as I know, you don't need to enroll in any specific class because the lessons will be online, but you should be able to see the units and actually check the times where the classes will be held, which is quite strange. In that case, we need to contact student services and ask them how to help you with that. Can you please just in a private message over the chat, if you want, please type me your email and I'll be able to help you offline. Okay.
Thank you, Lisette.
You're welcome.
All right, and there have been questions about mining engineering since IRC of Faculty of Science and Engineering is not available. I'll take that question. So they were asking about like how about because mining is a little practical oriented course. How about doing that online. So the first semester precisely is completely theoretical units involvement in that. So you can take first semester completely online. So all 4 units you can take those course completely online. So please proceed with registering them online. And the same is with this, and people also inquired about the Kalgoorlie situation with service border opening. So the situation will be definitely same as it is with the Perth. So it's entire Western Australia yet to open border at a time. So you can choose to travel along with those students. All right. So I think like we have come to the end of the questions. And if someone wants to like ask a specific question, you can unmute and ask.
Hey everyone, this is Charmi.
Yeah, Mayank, please go on. Yeah, Charmi, please go on.
Yeah,
Hello.
I did have 2 quick questions, if you don't mind me going through them really quick. So one is, and my apologies if I have missed that answer already. I think there was a question regarding student ID card. If we are offshore, then what do we provide in terms of our address and everything? Because there was a mention that before your semester starts, you need to have that ID with you. So can you please quickly answer that question if I have missed that answer?
Yeah, so I'm under the impression that they are sending them overseas. So I would just put in the address that you are at. Potentially they'll come up with a solution for you. If they can't send it overseas, they'll get in contact with you and explain what's going on at least as well. So just put in your current address.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then my second question is regarding OSS itself. So my account shows that I have like 8 or 11 emails, but when I click on it, it renders an error that site cannot be reached out. It does render to that outlook.com URL, but then it does not really open it. So is that something that I'm missing or not?
Yeah,
sure.
it's a common error. I actually had it when I started studying. So you need to contact the tech support team, the Oasis team. I'll see if I can find their email address and I'll post it in the chat, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll take one last question. And then if you have any other questions, you can anyways write to us. Yeah, Mayank.
Can I go live, sir?
Yeah, please, Mayank. Last question, please.
Okay, sir. My question is regarding offer letter. Actually, I have received an offer letter for a February intake by mistakenly from the Curtin University, which was dated on 27th of January. And I just mailed to the Curtin representative to send me a offer letter of July 2021 intake. So I corrected them that you should send me an offer letter for July 2021. But it has been about 10 to 11 days and still I have not received an offer letter of July 2021. So when will I get it?
Okay, so the team are currently prioritizing semester 1 2021 applications, enrollments, admissions. So the fact that you aren't commencing until semester 2 will mean there is a delay because they're trying to process those that are already starting this semester. And then as soon as they've done those, they'll move on to your application. So it will, they will assist you. We just ask you to please be patient and thank you for your patience while they do process it.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Sorry, Mayank,
hello.
I'll just add to that, if you have been given an offer in a previous semester, deferring it is not an issue. You're approved for the deferral, so you don't need to be concerned about that.
Yes, sir.
All
Hi,
right.
ma'am. Hi, sir. I have one question.
Yeah, Ben,
Hi.
please go on.
Good morning. Sir, I got my acceptance mail today. It's like I have, what do you say? I have met the financial award certificate conditions. So where should I pay like for getting the COE? Like, should I pay through my agent?
You should always make the payment through the Curtin ePay website. If you're paying by a bank transfer, you'll do it through Flywire. Otherwise, you can pay by credit card. All of the information on how to make a payment is on your offer letter.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, and before applying for the visa, should I take the vaccine before coming on shore? Because I'm in Dubai and there's currently giving vaccines out. So should I take the vaccine?
We don't know what the requirements or conditions will be on students returning onshore or coming onshore, but I would just follow the government guidelines of the country that you're living in as to when you get your vaccine for sure. We'll work out if there is a requirement, then that'll be something we'll communicate to you at that time.
Oh, okay, ma'am. So I can apply for the visa after getting my confirmation of enrollment, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone. Jaspreet, I think we've answered a couple of your questions and you've raised your hand. So if you want to ask one last live question, we'll let you do that. And we are going to be sending out a feedback form to everyone who has attended this session to just get a feedback from you. If required, we'll be more than happy to repeat this again before our orientation last week of February. You will have our email IDs and we send out that email today. We'll send you a recording of this session as well. So you can actually go back and all the information that you've heard, you can listen to it on again. We're very glad that you have been able to attend this and it has been useful, I hope, for everyone. And a big thank you, of course, to Darryl, Steph, Lisette for helping us out with this session and for even, kind of answering so many questions that we were not actually expecting, but this has actually turned out really well. And Ayusha and Sukhachej as well for, sharing your student story, which is inspiring and actually, talks a lot about what students should be expecting. I can see hands raised up for 3 students who want to ask questions. Jaspreet has been trying to actually ask. So maybe if you want to quickly unmute yourself, ask what you have to ask. Ronit and the rest, we're happy to actually take your questions on an email. I will drop my email ID on the chat and you can write to me and we're happy to kind of, I'm going to give you the CIA inquiry email ID as well and you can write to us if that sounds fine. Jaspreet, you can go ahead and ask your question if you want to. Okay, not. So what you're going to do is I've put down the email ID that you can use. And any more questions, any clarifications, we're happy to take it on an email from anyone. Anything that you like, need support for, any links, contacts, etc., anything. We would definitely request for you to attend orientation that's going to come up in Feb, as we recommend. It is not mandatory, but definitely recommend. It just helps you start your student, your journey with Curtin with ease. Again, a very big thank you to everybody. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, so we would not be able to answer any more questions. But like we said, we will get in touch with you after this session, and we will be in contact with you over an email or a call as well. So everybody, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Keep safe. And of course, we look forward to welcoming you at Curtin. And and obviously, hopefully, you will enjoy your studies with us. So thank you so much again, and have a lovely day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Steph, Darryl, Lisette, anything you want to add at the end, or?
No, all good. All good, all good. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, if you do have any questions, that's ci-inquiries@curtin.edu.au. Send that to us and that comes to our team, so we'll be able to help.
Yes.
I've gotten a lot of questions about nursing enrollment, so it is quite complicated. So please, I do recommend you contact at that email address as well, so we can work out your enrollment for you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone. Pawan, Deepti, thank you so much as well for supporting us with the session. And everyone, take care. Have a lovely week ahead. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.